we've seen kind of first wave feminism, second and third wave feminism. We've got neo-feminism and radical feminism. We've got all these branches of feminism. Now that can be blamed for, you know, the apparent misery and loneliness of many women. But how does that explain, if at all, the ineptitude and the apathy and lack of motivation, discipline, and laziness of many of today's men?
I think society, we, as a whole, we often we don't realize the struggle of a man. The majority of men throughout history, the majority of men today, they live miserable, lonely lives. And I think, you know, so the third world feminists, you know, they constantly talk about the patriarchy. So essentially what they're doing is they're looking at the very tail end of the male population. So the 1 or 2% of men in highly powered positions, and then they make general assumptions on the entire population based on those. Now, I think the general sort of laziness of men, it's almost like men have seen the game as rigged.
Okay.
So I think finally men have seen the game of life and said, okay, look, all these things are against me. You know, there are systems in place, political systems, there are social systems in place whereby the world is unjust. And they've decided, okay, the only way to win is to not play. You know, that's a quote from the movie War Games, 1984. So the only winning move is to not play. So a lot of men have literally just pushed the king over on the chessboard, put their hands up and walked away from life. You know, they live this very this reclusive life almost, you know, where they're detached from everything, from community, from family, from any sort of male brotherhood, from any sort of networking. So, you know, the large aspect is, you know, we've got to blame society, but also then again, you know, there's a lot we can learn from great men of history. You know, look, life is unfair, the universe is unjust. Okay, that's cool. Play your cards and move forward.
Yeah, so that explains certainly, to some extent, men's general apathy with the status quo. So men are, in essence, rebelling over the last 30, 40 years against the social constructs which they deem against them.